real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining me from. Thank y'all for stopping by again to the live stream. What's up, Jacob Tanjay? Thank you to the NTZ crew for everything that you do. I'm here in Zamboanga City again, visiting my son. He doesn't know I've arrived yet. He's at school. I'm gonna go get my head shaved after the live stream, and then once he gets out of school, I'll surprise him over there. I want to welcome my viewers who will be watching this on replay. I know everybody can't make it live. Also, any new viewers and subscribers watching today, as well as my regulars. There you go, Skeptical Sorcerer, DG, Ajima's World. Are you back to making videos yet, Ajima? He said, Calvin, I'm looking forward to this one. R68DV. Oh, I haven't forgotten you, man. He says, I miss the Philippines already. I had that tear in my eye when I arrived at the airport to leave. The peso is 56.41 to the dollar. Still great. It's a great rate, guys. But the topic today, of course, we can talk about whatever you want to. Just put it in the comments over here. It says, men are traveling 8,000 miles for a hookup. It's dating over in the West. You know, and before we really get into that, a lot of men are coming over here now. And not just over here, but, you know, the same stomping grounds, Brazil, Thailand. And I'm just saying, you know, y'all going to have to talk to me because remember, I've been gone for it'll be 4 years, December the 5th. And remember, I haven't dated a Western woman since 2009. I just won't do it. I'm never going back that route again. Will I live in America again? I don't know, but I know I won't date an American woman again. Some of the things that people are saying is that they've raised the bar too high over there. Is that the case? What's up, King Arthur? Is that the case, guys, over it's too high? I was reading an article recently. One of the Today Show hosts, the black lady, she broke off with her boyfriend. They have 2 kids together. They've been together for 6 years. She didn't say why, but now she's going to let her co-host hook her up. But she says, the bar is high for the man who's going to date me next. You know, is it unrealistic over there? I know 4 years ago, man, when I left, it had gotten ridiculous. You know, the good news is the bar over here is so low you can trip over it. Remember my rule, 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy, diabetes, psoriasis, 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot slipping. Somebody's going to love you. Maybe that's another reason why men are coming here. Hey, Pumpkin Joe, Philippine Experience says, hey, Beat Your Life, the screen on my cell phone died. I took pics of a lot of those links you gave me, and now I can lock my, I can't unlock my phone. What are you saying? Yeah, thanks, Jacob. I appreciate that. You got any signs you can show us, Robert? He says, kicking the dust off. Yeah. You know, I was looking online, you know, Googling some stuff for this live stream. And, you know, I was talking about, you know, sex on the first date over there. it's almost impossible, guys. It's not unheard of, but it's almost impossible. And with this Me Too movement being as strong as it is over there, men are even afraid to even talk about sex and bring all that up because it can cost you everything over there. But sex on the first date is almost impossible. But over here it's very likely. Very likely. Hey, JV. Cully Bronson. Oh, man, I apologize. He says, I came to visit you in St. Carlos, but I couldn't find you. I visited some friends, and I'm here in Cebu now. I'll be back in St. Carlos Monday. Well, Monday or Tuesday, depending on what time I catch stuff. It's probably going to be Tuesday because if I got an 8-hour bus ride ahead of me, and then I've got to get there in time to catch the fast cat to get to Dumaguete at about 10 p.m. at night. But we'll hook up, man. I'm going to come to Cebu anyway because my buddy's here, Sydney. He's 88 now, by the way. He's not an 87-year-old miracle. He's an 88-year-old miracle. Okay, Ajima, I got you down. Send me an email, and then I'll send you the link Tuesday. Hey, the Gramercy Riff, he says, salute Cal and the Passport Bro community. Yeah, the Passport Bro community is real. My video was about the hate is not real, and it's just my perspective on that situation because the only one hated on me was my family and friends and co-workers and associates. Big Martha and Big Bertha, they ain't studying me, man, because it's enough of you guys over there. The last time I was over there and I went out to the nightclub, the big women did not have any problem getting a man. Closer it got to 4 a.m., the more men they had surrounding them. What's up, Zeus? There's Luis Martinez. Yeah, you'll be here in January. And you're going to be around Tacloban, which that's a good time to go to Tacloban because all of that crazy weather patterns are going to be past. But if I were you, I would check that weather, Luis, to make sure the coast is clear over there, man, because that's Typhoon Alley over there, brother. That's Typhoon Alley. The good thing about it is if you're going to be here over 30 days, when you go to the immigration into Tacloban, it's one of the fastest. Now, they do have you do something that no other immigration service that I've ever been to has asked you to do, and they'll tell you to go right down the street. It's a printing shop, and they want you to print the biography page of your passport and bring it back. I think it's like 10 or 15 pesos or something like that. Hey, Pumpkin Joe says, I stopped dating a few years in the West before coming to the Philippines. I just kept friends with benefits because I hated the mentality of women there. Yeah, talk to me, guys, because if a man is willing to fly 20 hours, I mean, y'all doing it like it's nothing. Y'all doing it like you're going down the street to get a loaf of bread. It's become so commonplace now that it's like, it's no big deal for a hookup. It must really be bad over there. What's up, Mo? He said, good morning, Cal. A woman who is from the Philippines, even with minimal education and little belongings, is better than what's going on over here. I know that's a fact. But because it's been so long, guys, since I actually dated a Western woman, I need y'all's help on this live stream. That's why I had to go into the Google. I was like, what's going on over there? And like I said, one of the reasons is the bar is too high. Women set their bar too high. So that leads me to ask the question, Who's getting the women over there? Do you have to be LeBron James or one of these hedge fund managers? You definitely got to have big money over there, or else younger, when the women really don't really care. But as you get older, they said older men are finding it harder to find a date over there. What's up, Don? It's my homeboy. Robert Dame says the Philippines is a time machine. Yeah, one good thing about over here, man, the bar is so low, you trip over it. There's a lot of guys. Holder. Yeah, that's it. Roy Jones, that's her name. Yeah, she's looking and that's first thing come out of her mouth. My standard, my bar is high. I got a high bar, she said. I'm like, really? And he said that low bar is no exaggeration. Yeah, 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy, diabetes, psoriasis, 1 foot in the grave, one slipping. You're going to get it, guys, over here. So I want to know what's going on. Who's getting all the women over there? I know that we're not all dating from the same pool. That's a fact. I know when I was dating over there, it was mostly the dope boys in my hood that had all the women, because they had all the gold, the nice cars, and all that. But hell, when you get a certain age, you're out of that. And a lot of women, they lose their innocence so young over there that by the time a woman, that's why I don't want to date a woman 59. I mean, men she's probably been with by that time. I mean, she's got an elephant pussy. I don't want that. I don't want no elephant pussy, man. I think I deserve a little bit better than that. Abe Patterson says, dating is dead in America. They just date to fleece you with no sex in return. Yeah, sex on the first date in America is almost impossible. It's not unheard of, but it's almost impossible. But I just want to ask you guys, what's going on when you're willing to travel 8,000 miles for a hookup, man? That's a long way, guys. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but it must be really getting bad over there. Crosschild said, unfortunately, the prices in America aren't the only thing that's inflated. The general women's ego over here is inflated. Yeah, I see most of the top rappers now over there are women. Like, really? He said, Pookie and Ray Ray get sex in the first date. Yeah, over here. I mean, really, y'all see it. It's all on the internet over here. And then they get mad at you for telling the truth about it, for pointing it out. No, I'm not the inspiration. It's been going on, man. It's rising because of the frustration, not only with dating and women over there, but just life in general over there. Remember, guys, we're only 4% of the population. It's a whole lot of life. It's a whole lot of living outside the United States, and people are waking up to that. We've always been told, this is the greatest nation in the world, and if you can't make it in America, you can't make it anywhere else, and there's no use in going anywhere else. And we fell for that for years. But we're waking up now, and we're saying, it's a whole lot of life out here in this 197 million square miles of earth. But yeah, we only make up 4%, and people don't realize that, because we try to control 100% of the narrative. You think if we're saying it over in America, that's what everybody believes, and everything works the same way around the world as it does in America, but it doesn't. It doesn't. One click video said, hey guys, unrelated, but I stumbled on Calvin's earliest videos. The brother sings and he has a damn nice voice. Calvin, what's the name of your karaoke channel? No, I was just, man, I'm gonna tell you, that was during the lockdowns in Zamboanga, where I am now. some of the Philippines had the strictest lockdowns on the planet to begin with, and then Zamboanga went one up on that. Only 2 people could leave the house. I mean, you actually had to have a card to get out of the house. I mean, really. Hey, Michael Tucker, what's going on? He says these females are sick out here. Yeah, I know. I mean, believe it or not, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was earning 6 figures, man, and I still didn't like the choices I had. I just don't want a woman in her 50s. That's too much. It's too much tread on them tires. I'm sorry. And y'all can call me shallow all you want, but it's true. Just like they got standards, I've got standards. I don't want the only woman I want to buy Pampers for is Booby, and I'm not gonna be buying Pampers for Booby too much longer. She better get on that pot. But yeah, you women over there, man, and I want to give a shout out to one of my best friends ever, man. His name is James Anderson. We call him Tent Man in Louisville, Kentucky. He just lost his wife, man. I knew both of them for decades. Connie Green Anderson, man. And I know Tent Man doesn't watch my channel. He's in America. He's got his own business. He's got a car wash and a tent, and it keeps him busy. I mean, that's all he does. But yeah, his wife passed away. Her funeral was November 28th, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that. It broke my heart, man. I couldn't believe it. I got a message on Facebook. She was 58. See, he's one of those guys. And they were in love. They've been married for a long time. But I'm just cut from a different cloth, man. I don't want an old woman. So when I'm 80, then I'll probably date a 50-year-old woman. But other than that, no. What's up, John? He said, what's up, TJ? Yeah, TJ, well, I tell you what, Franz, he sings karaoke all the time. I was shocked, and he plays guitar. Hey, DDD Trump, thanks for that super chat. He said, thank you, Calvin, for all the knowledge you're dropping on your channel. I was boots on the ground in Cebu after a year of following your channel. You speak in truth. Unbelievable Filipinos I found, man. Man, I'm glad that you did, brother. And I've got a guy over here. I'm telling him to be patient because he's dating sites now over here. Even though around the world, online dating is on a peak, it's rising. You still got to watch out for a lot of games because every picture he's sending me, these women are perfect. And I'm like, dude, that's not who's really over here dating us. Doesn't look more normal than that. And, I said, if you want me to, I can help you, because I believe it or not, man, I know how to navigate them dating sites. They can't fool me. I've seen the progression over the years since 2009. They can't pull anything over on me. I'm sorry. What's up, Coach Cheese? That's my buddy in Orlando. He's probably, now you're not at work yet. He says, I'm happy it's 8,000 miles away. It gives us options and allows us to be open-minded rather than broad-minded, thinking that there was no other options other than America. Man, you're absolutely right, brother. Thank you for that super chat. And that's what it is. We're waking up to that, Coach Cheese, that there's a lot of life out here than what's in America. I mean, really. I had an argument, one of the last arguments I had in America, because we love to argue, was with my nephew, because he was in the Army and he had just come back from, I think he was in Germany, then he was in Hawaii, which is in the United States. And he said, wow, that's the reason why so many people are coming over here, because we're the greatest country in the world. I said, no, they're coming over here because of the jobs. They don't want to starve. We're starving a lot of people. We're only 4% of the population, but we control anywhere from 25 to 40% of the natural resources. We're literally starving a lot of other countries. So no, they're coming over there because they want to live. they really don't want to become Americans. Okay. What's up, Scott? He says U.S. women punish men who don't worship them correctly. They're spoiled. Oh, they're absolutely spoiled because we tell them from, until they, even when they're little, how beautiful they are. So that by the time, they're a certain age, you can't even approach them. I mean, really, I don't see how y'all guys are even dating over there right now. They're so, it's retarded, man. If you just say hello to a woman, she just walks past you like you're invisible. They don't see you. Like, lady, you bleed once a month, every month, And that's the only thing that keeps me sane over there. When I see a beautiful woman like that, I just envision a bloody damn Kotex in her butt, to bring her down to my level, to not really bring me down bring her down to my level. But yeah, that's what it is, because she's way up there in the clouds some damn where, so it makes me not even thirst after the women over there. If I wanted a man, I would have married a man. I don't want a man. They're just too rough and tough for me. The top rappers now are women. What kind of craziness is that? Elizabeth Anita Parisi says only desperate men love to travel to other countries to find a piece of meat. Yeah, y'all know this is just a troll here. So we're supposed to just settle for so in a perfect world, Filipinos would date Filipinos, Americans would date Americans, Italians would date Italians. We'd all just stay locked into our own little world. Yeah. That makes sense, Elizabeth. And from the looks of it, you ain't getting too many suitors either. You probably got a diaper. You probably got to change your diaper right now. What's up, Maurice? Pop Smoke and Ghost says, "Are she can Me Too you?" Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The Me Too movement is so strong over there. You better even bring up the subject of sex. Unless she shows up in your house, butthole naked, with a video camera already recording, you got to be careful. Yeah, I got rid of her. Yeah, I got rid of her. He said Dominicans feel the same way. They cannot wait to go on vacation to their country. They tell me they are here for the work. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is, guys. Nobody wants to be in America. America is a culture. I love America. It's my country, guys. I'm not talking about it, but I can demand better. I can tell you the truth about what's going on without being unpatriotic, So we're over there fighting about who's more patriotic and all of that. One-Eyed Jack says, walking outside, it remains great because of tropics. Yeah, I love it. I love the weather over here. Sal Eric can say, "Hi, Cal, you're right. Most expats are losers." No, I didn't say that. Sorry, I didn't say that, buddy. Here's another guy. Look, looking like Vanilla Ice. Okay, we're not losers. We're actually winners when you come over here. Remember the analogy I gave you, Sal, Eric, Khan. If I were a business and I said, you know what, I'm moving my business from America to the Philippines because labor costs are lower, operating costs are lower, and profits are higher, you'd call me a genius. But when I do it for my own self, for my own welfare, I'm a loser. Make up your mind. Am I a genius or am I a loser? Can't be both. But yeah, that would be seen as a shrewd business move. But when I do it, which I'm my own business, by the way, you call me a loser. Well, I tell you what, I'm winning over here, brother. And so are a lot of people. That's a fact. And there's nothing wrong with coming 8,000 miles away, especially if you're going to come here, because what you're going to get over here is worth that 20-hour trip. We're not talking about taking advantage of anybody. We're not talking about using anybody. We're just going to talk about your options. The bar is so low over here, you can trip over it. Women actually look at you for your character, really. I'm talking about the real women. I'm not talking about the scammers and all of that. Timmy says, from the women I met in the Philippines, they pretty much just go about things a different way. The ones I met there want nothing to do with me unless I send them money, even though I maybe met them once. Well, everybody's experience is different, and I'm glad you did say the women you met, because that's what I say, Timmy. I'm not talking about all Filipinos. I'm talking about my personal experience. I've had it great over here, and I'm no different than anybody else, I don't believe, because I'm seeing it with my own eyes here lately. The guys are really coming over here, and they're getting settled in, and they're meeting quality women, man, and they're happy, and that's really what it's all about. And to be honest with you, at the end of the day, we're not running out of time, we're running out of life. Well, no, I'm not. That's not true. That's not true. And that's relevant. Remember, that's relevant. And Timmy, see, you guys get mad at us for taking advantage of the rules of the situations. We didn't create the rules. Remember, we're smart businessmen. We just see where we're going to get the most tax advantages, or more money for our buck, more for our money, rather. VB Focus says, so bad out here in the States, I just spent 2 hours scrolling through Filipino Cupid. Well, hell, you're doing something wrong. You don't have to scroll that long. I mean, now over here, and it never happened to me before, and believe it or not, it has nothing to do with Sunshine Shows. I could be minding my own business, and women will start flirting with me. They'll ask me questions and stuff, and you can see the look in their eyes, like, they want me to steer the conversation another way. But, I'm staying in my lane, because I know that a good woman over here is about as good as it gets. There's no upgrade. So if you got a good woman, you might as well stick with her, because all you're going to be doing is starting over. Hey, Thomas John, he said, the problem with dating here, I'm in college, they get so attached after one date, it's hard to move on to another woman without feeling like I'm doing something wrong. They get too serious too fast. Yeah, we're dealing with a whole different culture. And when you decide to travel 8,000 miles for a hookup, you got to expect that things are going to be different. Expect the unexpected. And that sounds like a good problem to have, really. Would you rather them holding on to you or pushing you away? Which one? Ron Vigil says, hey, bro, is it okay to become a simp in the Philippines? Well, they have no concept of a simp over here. See, a simp in America will be considered a good man over here. And they have no concept of a simp over here. They will be considered a good man. And they wouldn't use you even if they wanted to. It's not in them. The men who get used over here, they got unlucky. See, you can't get lucky in the Philippines, because most of the women are good women. I would say 95% of them. 5% you get unlucky for whatever reason. You rushing, You don't see the red lights. Are you running red lights? A girl said taking off the gloves today. Well, I want to know, why has it become so common now for men to travel that far? Is it that bad over there, really? Are the selections for 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus men that bad that your only option is to get on a plane and come 8,000 miles away or wherever it is, Brazil, Colombia, whatever it is? I say it is. I say it is that bad over there because, yeah, more bang for your buck. Thank you. Yeah, who is they? He said they jealous about. Women are like that anyway. They're mad. If you like your sister or somebody, your co-worker, and you going back and forth with them, yeah, they're going to be mad at you because you got more options as you get older. But see, that's the way nature planned it. That's the way nature planned it. Because a woman stops producing at a certain time, but a man doesn't. I'm sorry. Coda, Boston Filipino says, been with a Filipino for 9 years, got a beautiful 6-year-old boy together. Best 9 years of my life so far. Yeah. You don't get lucky over here. You get unlucky. Most of the people that you talk to over here that have come that 8,000 miles, who've made that just unbelievable 20-hour flight, they're satisfied. They got what they were looking for. It's a good thing the people over here are so nice because we stick our necks out there for it to be chopped off. Okay, he said, Cam the cook says, I'm curious to know if hotels in Cebu and Angeles City are guest friendly. What do you mean by that? Guest friendly. I'm in a little hotel now. I couldn't stay at the one I was in last time. Actually, this is a little better. It's 700 pesos more. This is 1,600 pesos. This is Crisatel, Krishatel hotel. It's right down the street from the other. Because I didn't arrive in Zamboanga until like 3:15 a.m. We were late. The boat was late. It was delayed. And so it's 1,600 pesos. I'm trying to see what that is with the conversion being what it is, but it's nice. It's really clean, a lot cleaner than the one I was in. So it's worth the 700 extra. Let's see, 1,600 divided by 56.41. Yeah, $28. It's worth it. It has good water pressure. They've got, the air conditioner so cold, I had to turn it down. I've got it on low air and on 5 because it was too cold, man. What's up, Gary Miller? He says, I'm looking forward to moving there, Cal. The states are getting crazy. Oh, my God. No more sex or making an appointment with your own wife for sex. Unbelievable. Yeah, somebody on my last live stream said your wife should never outright say no. Well, hell, they didn't know my wife. Because she would outright say no. Ken Unger said dating in America at 57 is like jumping into a viper pit. I couldn't imagine. I mean, just the selection alone. I mean, if you were to date even a 40-year-old Ken over there, they look at you like you were crazy. I mean, we can be extremists over there, religiously, politically, sports-wise. I mean, we're extremists. Kanye West got canceled for a tweet. I mean, they're going crazy over there, so you can imagine what the dating scene must be like. I haven't dated a Western woman since 2009. The closest I came in the Western Hemisphere was I dated a Cuban woman, but she was fresh from Spain, really. She was smart. She moved to Spain, because America's one of the last few countries that still have those tariffs and sanctions against Cuba. See, everybody else has opened it up, man. This is America that we're living in, guys. They know that they're not hurting the politicians over there. They're hurting the men, women, children, and babies over there. So she says, okay, I'm going to fly to Spain. She flew to Spain. She liked it over there, so she stayed for 10 years. Then she took a plane from Spain to Mexico. And then she simply walked across the border, her and her daughter. They knew they were going to get caught, which they did. But once they found out they were Cuban, they couldn't send them back. Prototype 1985 says you never be a simp nowhere. What kind of question is that? You got to be a man everywhere. Yeah, I'm just saying they don't have no concept. They wouldn't know if you were a simp, even if you were Mr. Simp. They wouldn't know it over here. See, so you can hide your symptoms over here. You can actually hide them because they won't recognize them. They will look at you over here as a good man. Lee Robinson, yes, my brother. The Matrix of USA is bad for brothers at the time. I'm spending my time with my fiance in Makati for Christmas, and it's a great place to spend the holidays in the Philippines. I know a lot of W Secrets of Success is coming over here in December, and I told him, I said, man, you came at the right time. Coach Cheese says, I spoke to a woman not too long ago, and the first thing she told me is, I'm looking for a guy to pay my bills. Yeah, I hung up the phone. Yeah, they want you to do that. And then, it was a good question that the young lady, Filipino Lipstick, asked me the other day on the live stream. She said, Calvin, what's the dating process like over there in the West? She says, is it the same like it is over in the Philippines, when a Filipino man courts us? Of course, it takes a long time to get intimate. Same in America. But that Filipino Westerner connection is different. It's a totally different. We throw out all the rules and we make up stuff as we go. And I think people like that over here. Mr. Bean Bow says, hell yeah, it's past the Twilight Zone crazy here with these Western women. I know. I'm not going to date a woman for 6 months. You might get a peck on the lips or something. According to a Pew Research study, they said over half the people in America, 45 and over, said dating has become more difficult than 10 years ago. And one reason is the bar is too damn high. The selection, as you get older, becomes less and less attractive. Sex on the first date is almost impossible. They're even talking about, we want to get married. Just casual sex over there is still looked down upon, man. It's like we're living in dark ages when it comes to that right now. But I think that's all subjective. I think it's selective. It depends on who you are. If you're 6 foot with a six pack, or what it is, and 6 figures, you probably can break through a lot of that. But if you're 59, what kind of 59-year-old hotties are out there? Not many. One Click Video says a woman I know here put on her dating profile that a man needs to be over 6 feet tall, make 6 figures, drive a luxury car, etc. I think that kind of sums up the mindset of a lot of American women, especially the decent women. Because remember, there's women over there, but we don't want them. I don't want them. Big Bertha, Big Martha, and all of them, I don't want them. I looked, a lot, like I said, these are my friends. I don't date them. Women I went to school with, and I'm like, oh my God, I pass. I'm sorry. I'd rather go without. Yeah, go where you're treated best. And this is not something new over here. This has been going on, man, for centuries. And it's just really gotten better. That's why I'm telling you, when y'all say that I'm crazy when I say the Philippines is going to be trending, it's already trending for real. But pretty soon, it's going to be a must-see place for men and women in the very near future, because men are coming all the way over here just for a hookup. And then once they get here, they find out a whole lot more is waiting for them. When I was over, I told you I stayed in Siquijor Island, man. I'm a stone's throw from the beach for $20. That same apartment, they're advertising it now for $11 per night on Airbnb, man. Come on. Eventually, this place is going to blow open, man. It's going to be a whole lot more than 8 million. That was the most. That was a record of foreign tourists visiting the Philippines in 2019. 8 million. Compare that to Thailand, 49 million. Malaysia, 19 million. Malaysia, 19 million. CJ Jackson says, I'll be headed to Thailand next week. It's that bad in the States. It's not that this 56-year-old brother can't get a date. It's these women use a man and the quality of the women. Yeah, see, you're 56. So where's our dating pool, men over 50? What does it really look like? I'm talking about, give me the nitty gritty, guys. Don't talk about, oh yeah, I'm the exception. We don't want the exception. We want the rule. These women are broken down, man. They've had, 2 or 3 marriages, and I've got a right to be selective. I got a right to have standards. If you're going to have standards, then I'm going to have standards. Don't knock me for it. Hey, Roger Lee, said, good day to you, my brother, Sunshine Shoulder. Hey, thanks, man, for joining us today. Calvin, he means being a lady boy to his room without lady boy. All right. Come on, guys, get rid of this guy, whoever this is. He ain't even making no sense anyway. I don't know what he's talking about. What's up, Justin? He said, morning, Cal. I see you at Baki Resort on the 15th for the meet and greet. Yeah, we're going to try to make it there. Baki Resort. Is that in Darwin? Live and learn with Mike says, I'm going to Thailand and Vietnam. I can't wait. I hear you, man. The bar is just low over here. I don't even think there is a bar over here. If it is, it's so low you can trip over it. And you see it on the internet. 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy, with diabetes, psoriasis, it doesn't matter, man. 1 foot in the grave, 1 slipping, man. You can get it over here. I mean, you're going to be looking good over here. But in America, the best you can do is a damn nursing home or assisted living. And somebody tell me I'm wrong right there. Yeah, somebody tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's 58, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And she going to raise her bar high. Lady, you don't have a bar. I'm a broke 59-year-old man. I wouldn't date your old rich ass. I wouldn't do it. Because at the end of the day, man, it ain't even about all that. I wouldn't. Yeah. He said, oh my God, that's pure hell in a marriage scenario. Can you imagine? Yeah. She got 2 kids by the man. They broke up. She didn't even say why. But she said, yeah, I've got a high bar. And these guys, what it kind of shocked me. Everybody has their own standards. Blair Underwood. Here he is dating a 50-year-old woman. I'm like, dude, come on, man. A prototype says, I'm 37. I stopped dating. I'm saving my money for travel. See, that's how Coach East is down in Orlando, Florida. He did the same thing. He said, man, I'm saving He said, I'm saving my money. What's up, Mike Valdez? Yeah, he said, better move on. It's going to get worse. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, man, that even though that woman is a multi-millionaire, and I wouldn't date her, man. I don't date for money. I don't date for money. I'd rather have a broke woman that I find attractive, man. It turns me on than somebody like that. He says American women feel that they're entitled, so they really want to suck her. But let's turn that around. Are we entitled? Are we bringing those same old messed up standards over here that we're running from over there? Come on, guys, let's get honest, because remember I told you, I said, if you really want to know your Filipino girlfriend, study the men over here, because they're the same. Are we the same as the women over there? Are our standards so high? And the women over there, are they, are their standards, are we saying their standards are too high? Because they're just like us over there. The Big Truck Series Review Motorsport said, the girl on the right in your thumbnail looks exactly like my Filipina. It could be her. That's just a model picture that I put up there. I made sure it was okay. Hey, Gregory K80 says, yeah, please help Sunshine with a thumbs up. Thanks, Cal. You're always so encouraging. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, you're right, man. Come on, guys. The thumbs up is free. Yusuf says, the problem is Western women generally don't even know how bad they are. Are our standards too high, Yusuf, you think? You think I'm being too unrealistic to say I don't want a 59-year-old woman? And so I'll get on the plane and fly 8,000 miles to have a 40-year-old woman, or a 35-year-old woman, or even a 21-year-old woman, if that's what you want. Is something wrong with that? Since the earth belongs to all of us, why should we be limited to where we were born? I don't get that argument. Can somebody help me with that? Because they say, oh, Calvin, you're a loser because you can't get a woman in America. Well, hell, that's only 2% of the women in the world. Why should I have to be limited in that selection? And then as you get to 50 and above, it's crazy. Well, see, it's really not a war for real. Remember, this is social media. You can make anything a war. You can spin that, but it's really not a war. We're just leaving. We don't care what people think. We don't care what people think, because at the end of the day, they really don't care about you. When they took my home during my divorce in 2011, nobody gave a damn about me. Okay? They don't care for real. It's a manufactured war, is what it is. And the guys on my channel that are watching me, we don't care. Even if they do hate us, we don't care. You're not going to stop us with your hate. We're coming over here anyway, and we're coming over here and we're having a good time. 3 of my subscribers, hell, they just left Peng Lao Bahal. They stayed in the luxury place. All 3 of them had hotties. Something that they're not going to get at home. But these aren't old guys. These are younger guys coming over here now. They're getting younger and younger that are showing up over here. See that picture of the old man on a cane walking around with the young Filipina? Man, that's not true. It's really never been true since I've been here. Do you see that? Yeah, but most of the time you see men like me who still got a lot of years left in them with a young, attractive Filipina. That's usually what you see. We're giving these women a run for their money. It's not like, oh, we're barely making it and they're pushing us around in wheelchairs and all that. Yeah, Big Susie. You know, baby, we're done with that, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm talking about, Neil. He says, if I can't find the woman I want in the West, which at 59, I'm not going to be able to, but I can in Asia, then I'd rather be a certified loser. Alexandro Lefevre said, dude, what's regular? Seriously, if anything of me isn't normal, it's only because a person thinks I'm acting special. I share my most sacred culture part that some feel as if it's secret. I'm here, family. But you know, I'm from the old school, Alessandro. Talk to me, man. I can't decipher all that. Hey, Dr. T. Hassan Johnson said, we just want black women to be nice. American women aren't nice. Our standards really aren't that high. I know a friend of mine, Gerald Muhammad. He's he's in the Nation of Islam. You know, he said the only no good woman was made that way by a no good man. Are we our own worst enemy? Are we turning the women into something that we no longer want? Are we responsible? Because I've got 4 grown daughters over there, and I attributed to the problem when I was raising them to be skeptical of men and all of that. So I guess I'm part of that problem over there, and I'm willing to admit my responsibility. He says the Campbell Channel has an amazing wife. You could never find that here in America. Yeah. See, he made me look like a genius because I was talking about the 18 to 80 blind, crippled, or crazy long before he showed up. But he just bore witness to what I was saying, man. It's true over here. I don't even think there's a bar over here anymore. Women here just really want to be respected. If you can't respect a woman, then you don't need to be over here anyway. You don't need a woman. If that's all they're saying is, hey, just respect me. Okay, I respect you. Turn the light out while I'm pumping iron in you. You know, you know what I'm saying? But that's all women over here want. They just want to be respected. Don't mistreat them. That's about the only standard they got. Oliver Freeman says, hey, Cal, you're not wrong for the choices and the decisions. I went through a very similar experience. Now I have a beautiful Filipino wife who I love, and she loves her husband. I came 9,000 miles. Absolutely. And that would be a smart business move in any other hemisphere. But in America, well, we're losers. Dharma says, hey, Calvin, like I always say, my money, my business, right? That's what I'm saying. It's a smart business move if I take anything else overseas because the cost is cheaper, but the benefits are higher. But when I take myself over there, I'm a loser. Okay, well, I have to be a loser then. I'm sorry. DD Trump says, yeah, true. So many single moms are just 18 to 22 by Filipinos leaving. Well, you know, remember, man, these Filipinos are not from outer space. There's nothing going on here really any different than what's going on in your country. The culture is different. So you got to get in where you fit in. If you can come somewhere where the rules, which have been in place for centuries, can benefit you, and all you have to do is show up, then why not? But I'm not going to come over here and because I didn't strike gold, now all of a sudden turn on the people and say it's their fault. No, you couldn't take advantage of the rules that are set up for you, by the way. When it comes to dating, this was already constructed long before you even decided in your mind to come to the Philippines. Americans have been here at least since 1899. Okay, so for me to come over here and remember, I may be the problem. If I'm the problem at home, I'm probably the problem here. And then turn it around and start blaming them and saying, oh, you're not this, you're not that. Then you're probably the problem. Because there's very few men that come over here that don't get what they're looking for. And that's just how it is, guys. I'm sorry. You know, the bar's so low over here, you're tripping over it. If you can't come over here and get a beautiful woman, I don't care how many times it takes you, because eventually you're going to find one, then you probably should go somewhere else. Try somewhere else. Remember, the earth is approximately 197 million square miles. About 58 million square miles of that is land. Surely you can find somebody. Louisville, Kentucky, where I grew up most of my life, where I lived most of my life, was 334 square miles out of 58 million. So you can see how limited I was in everything. So when guys are frustrated, I feel your pain, man, because I was the same way. And that's what I talk about on my channel. There's nothing wrong with looking out there or looking out here, rather. If you did it for any other reason, man, they'd applaud you. But because you're looking for a relationship, you're a loser? Come on, man. I've been able to do things over here because of the way things are set up, which I didn't set them up. The rules were already in place. All I had to do was show up, that I've never been able to do over there. And I don't make any apologies for it. Hyson Issa says, hello, good day to you and everyone. Thank you for your advice to people who want to get married from the Philippines. You're like a big brother to us. Thank you very much. God bless you. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. You know, I like to think I'm giving suggestions, because 100% of the people who come over here and say they come over here because of my influence are grown men, and they make their own decisions. I just want to show you that there are some options outside of that matrix. And it is a matrix. It is a matrix over there. Sergichi Land said Philippines are true angels. Did a Filipino man do that? Don't know, don't care. I want her to do it that. Absolutely. And somebody made that great point on a live stream of mine. He said, Calvin, you know, you got to thank the Filipino man for the Filipino woman. And I agree with that. You know, but to say Filipinos are true angels without having any experience is subjective. Alessandro Lafeva says, yo, Cal, you sound Eastern and Southern from my area. Anyways, are the Muslim and Christians intermarried there? I'm hoping to find Chavacano, Cebuano, Muslim Christian. Well, I know that right here in Zamboanga, you know, at the end of the day, the Filipinos first. They live side by side in Zamboanga City. Now, in those other places, I can't tell you. I've never lived there before, Alessandro. But I know here, and they respect you. They respect you as a Muslim. They respect you as a Christian, because you'll go to a restaurant and they'll have the signs up there. No pork in this, in the ingredients. You know, they do that on purpose, because Zamboanga has the largest population of Muslims, which people who practice Islam. You know, Muslim is not a race, as we know. In all the Philippines, I think 40% of the population here is Muslim. So it's a lot of respect going on here for Christian and Muslim, because if you're a Christian, they'll ask you, do you eat pork? They ask those kind of questions here that they don't ask anywhere else. And yeah, they get along well, because you wouldn't know. You would know the women because they wear the, what they call it, habib or hajib, what they call that. They, most of them wear that. Now the men, a lot of times they'll have that little goatee, but other than that, you wouldn't know it, because they're Filipino at the end of the day, and they're hospitable. Bobby Williams said, Calvin, if you can't find your happiness in the West, look in the east. I did, and I'm happy now. I hear you, man. That's, thank God for choices. And this is where I am right now, Chris. He said, you only live once. Live your life your way. Or do you only die once? But you're exactly right. I'm going to live until I die. I don't care about who's hating on me, about coming over here and whatever they say, because it doesn't matter. They're doing that for views. They're doing that for views. That's all. Nobody really cares. Ask these guys over here, do they care? These guys who are truly happy. I mean, they come over here. These are young guys in their 40s. I consider that young. And ask them, do they give a damn? They don't even hear that stuff anymore. They tuned it out. They've turned it off once they get over here, because the women over here, they drowned all that stuff out. And you guys don't, if you've never been over here, you don't know what's waiting over here. You get over here, you see these young women, man. A lot of them, believe it or not, man, they're innocent, man. They're perfect. I had one of those guys, like I said, I'm eventually interview him. His name is Anthony. He's from Australia. This guy's straight out of the Andrew Tate book of life, okay? He's like the Andrew Tate over there in Australia, and he's smitten by women over here. He likes them, he said, because I asked him, I said, well, what kind of women do you manly men date or marry? He said, we want innocent women that haven't been with too many men and all that. Well, see, that's what you're going to find over here. Yeah, Malik Quelly says, I'm a big fat loser. Yeah, I'm the biggest loser over here. They've got the biggest loser in America, that contest. Yeah, well, I'm the biggest loser over here. CJ says, Western women want you to jump through hoops, not doing not doing that silly crap at 30. Plus, you get more for your money in Southeast Asia. Yeah, see, I'm tired of spinning around and doing all that stuff, going around in circles and, and all of that, turning flips and all that. Then when you finally get with the woman, it's not all that. She got an elephant pussy. I think I deserve more than an elephant pussy after all what I've been through. I don't want a woman with an elephant pussy anymore. I'm sorry. Counsel me for that. King B. Stacker says, I've seen some big dudes with beautiful Filipino ladies, and it shows that it's not all about looks in the Philippines. I said the bar was so low, you're tripping over it. Maybe there's no bar at all. Maybe there's no bar at all. They just want to be treated nice and respected. I mean, anybody can do that. Do you think there's a bar if you see these guys around here? Look at me, man. I'm 59. I'm not going to win any beauty contest. Nobody's going to mistake me for Justin Bieber or something like that. But I'm a decent human being. And I think that, man, it goes a long way over here. I don't know about over there. It's been so long since I even dated a woman from the West. See, I was a passport bro before they even used that term. I left American and Western women alone in 2009. I haven't looked back. I've had my feel of that. I've had enough of that. BJN says, sell America correctly. Well, I'm not bashing America. We're talking about the dating scene. America's a culture. It molded me the same way it molded a lot of them women over there. But I've been out of that matrix for 4 years, and I've gotten a whole lot better. I'm seeing a lot more clearer. I can't say I'm woke, but I'm not asleep like I was. I'm not sleepwalking like I was over there, thinking that this is it. This is the best that the earth has to offer and all of that. See, I'm not in that mode anymore. because my life experience says that's not true all the way. Jabril Dibba says, "What's good, Sam Champion? Glad you put me on Sunshine Shoulders. I can't get enough of watching Bro Cal. He's always on point." Oh, man. I really take that as a compliment, brother. Thank you. But I just share my life, man, and the way I see things. I'm not an expert on the Philippines or nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I should say that early in my videos, and I'm not, guys, to be honest with you. But this is just what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. What else can I give you? Why would I want to tell you something? The good thing I was giving you the nitty gritty because you guys are showing up over here now. And my credibility would be shot if I was giving you anything other than the nitty gritty. So, if one guy hasn't told me, 15 guys have told me, man, that script you're talking about is real over here. What you said about this is real. Yeah, because that's what I'm seeing. I'm not going to try to build this place up. The Philippines doesn't need me to hype it up. It's good enough on its own. It's been going on before I was born, believe it or not. I'm just glad I got on board when I did, because I'm way ahead of the curve, man. There's a big learning curve when you get over here. But once you get that situated and you're walking on firm ground over here, man, you're way ahead, you know. Alan Turner says, "I got to thank you, Cal, for being a leader and inspiration to all men who are done with the mess we have to deal with in America, man." Thank you, brother. I mean, it's a compliment. I'm really humbled by this, but it's so many men over here who are still, who've been doing it long before me. I just put it out there, and I'm just a regular Joe, believe it or not. And I said, hey, if I can do it, I want to show you that you can do it, man. And I promise you, man, that's all I'm trying to do. Hey, Malik Quelly, thanks for that super chat. He said, "Hey, Mr. Cal, are Filipinos really attracted to Westerners, and how can you tell that they are?" They really are, because they're just good people. And you'll know, because like the guy said earlier, I think it was Tommy John, he said, they fall so fast. If the woman don't fall for you, it's like Marilyn said one time. She said, if a woman, look on that video when I said when Filipinos get their hearts broke, she said, you'll know if a Filipina really wants you, because she's going to do everything for you. She's not going to be asking you for everything, to buy everything, and for money and all of that, right? She's going to do everything for you, and she's going to stick with you. If a woman, doesn't have her hooks in you, really, literally from day one, then you probably are not with the right one. If she starts talking about her family, taking you around the family, Malik. But the thing about it is, you're going to know, because the first time you meet her in person, she's going to act as if she's been knowing you her whole life. That is the green flag right there. If she's acting funny, like a guy wrote me the other day, he said, "Cal, this woman, she just don't want to be, she's making excuses." I said, because she doesn't really like you. She's not into you. Because when Filipinos are into you, man, they're going to come, they want to meet you. That's the whole point of being on the dating site, is to meet somebody, then especially if you're already over here. Now, if she keeps on making excuses, or she's afraid to meet you at the mall or some open place like that, then that's a red flag. I promise you that. That's a red flag. Oh, okay. Wow. Shock G. Yeah. He died some time ago. Yeah, see, Will Sutton's over here now. He's over here now. He was in Bacala. He wanted to come and visit me, but I'm here in Zamboanga City, and he sent me a picture. He hit the jackpot over here. He'll tell you, he said, preach. He said, you will know if she's into you without a doubt. You're going to know immediately. They don't play around. Look, guys, go back on my video. They don't have time to play around. All right? You're the catch already. It's like somebody gives her the lottery ticket and then she don't want to go and claim it at the damn lottery office. That's what, that would be the red flag. You are a lottery ticket over here. You are basically, how many men do you think are going to come over here and meet her? She knows that. That's why she chats with 3 or 4 men. She don't know which one's going to show up. She knows one of you is going to show up, but she doesn't know which one. So she's going to treat you all the same. And it's to her advantage. It's not she's a bad woman. That's why I tell you, you need to chat with 3 or 4 for the same reasons she does, to increase the odds of you finding the right one. Rodney Dasher says Philippines are the baddest women on earth. Most women in the world look like broken beer bottles. Yeah. I've seen near perfection over here, and I see it on a daily basis, not just once in a while. But I'm attracted to Asian women. Okay, we're all people. The earth belongs to us all, guys. These titles and these nationalities and all that stuff. I get that, but to say I'm wrong for being over here, man. If she's a woman, I'm a man. But I've seen near perfection every single day. And, Texas Zoe said that one time. He said that's the reason why he likes the Philippines. He said he loves his woman and he's in love with her. He wouldn't change her for the world. He said, but damn, I get to see all these beautiful women every single day. That's enough to keep you over here. Yeah, you're the prize. And over there, you're the consolation over there, the consolation prize over there. Over here, you're the winner. You're going to stand on the winner's podium. On the platform. You're up here, and then you got the second and third. Over there, you're not even on the platform over there. He says, well, I'll tell you how, okay. He says, how do I check with Zamboanga women online? Most of those women from Zamboanga, a lot of them on that cebuanas.com, which I don't know if, I'm going to put it in here. Because remember, this is where I met my son's mother. She's from Zamboanga. So yes, I got a son here. But she met me in Cebu because, there's very few foreigners here, man. There's some who are coming now because, they see guys like me, and I don't say it's safe. It's safe for me. Don't go to Baziland. Don't go to Holo Salud. Don't go to Tawi Tower and all those places like that where you don't need to go. Zamboanga City it's just a city. It's full of police, full of witnesses here. No one's going to kidnap you. Here's too many people watching. You don't have that to worry about here, but she'll come to you more than likely, and then you fly back with her. But there it is right there. Yeah, Mark, it's probably going to be February, more than likely, somewhere around Valentine's Day. It's going to be the next meet and greet, more than likely. Because as more people come over here, I may have to have them every month, every other month, or something like that. I'd like to have them every month. Alan Turner said, Calvin, you confirm what my cousin has been telling me for the past 5 years. He's married in Anglesey City for 5 years. I'll be joining the club by 2025 with a couple of visits in between. Yeah, see, we're just bearing witness. The Philippines is the star. I'm just a witness, guys. I mean, that's telling my story. But the Philippines doesn't need my help. If you come over here, if you stumble on the Philippines like I did, I stumbled upon this place, really. People had told me about it in the Navy and all that. But in my mind, I wasn't coming way over here at that time. I was still pursuing the American dream. Would I have came here? Yeah, if the ship would have brought me here. But it took me 30 years almost to finally make it over here. And it was really on a humble, man. It wasn't, I made a list. I said, I had $20,000. Anybody doesn't know my story from my divorce. And $20,000 is all I walked away from. I said, I'm going to take a trip around the world. So I've been watching videos by, what's his name? Mike Dooley. And he said, well, make a scrapbook. All the places you want to go and the car you want to drive, everything like that. So I put on my list of places I wanted to go. I put the Philippines. I didn't put Manila, Cebu. I just put the Philippines. But I did put Perth, Australia. And I looked there every day. Nothing happened, man. But anyway, I got that 20,000 and I came to the Philippines. I was going to, then go to Thailand, Vietnam, and go on around, Australia, come on back around. I never went anywhere else. I never made it anywhere else. And the only reason I went to Thailand because I had to leave on my visa run. I'd still be here. It just checked all the boxes for me, especially, the most important box. Sam Champion said, Cal, tell the guys to take time to learn the culture before they rush things along. Slowly, they will understand a lot more about the Filipino people as a whole. Stop sending lots of cash, sight unseen. Yeah. See, nothing moves fast over here. Everything is slow. Everything's methodical over here. You have to understand that, and you really have to, let that sink into your mind because, we're coming from the West. Everything's moving so fast. Over here, slow. Everything, even the dating. That's why the young lady Claire from Filipino Lipstick asked me that. She says, because she was asking me, and I said, well, every Filipino that I ever met over here, it moves fast because she knows everything's slow over here. And it's going to take some time. You're not going to come over here and change right away. But that's why I would say go around the friends, go around the family. I'm an insurance agent, so I'm trained to observe. And I pick up on little things. The more time you take to really settle down, the better off it's going to be because it's culture differences, man, and they're real. And she may check all the boxes, looks, personality, and all that, but once them cultural differences start coming out, are you going to be able to deal with them? But now it's too late. You've married her. See, guys like James, and I respect James and I wish him the best. But there's no way I would come over here. No one, I don't care how long you chatted with online and then come over here and get married in 2 weeks. I wouldn't do it. I was talking to a guy the other day. He's calling me wanting suggestions, but I said, look, man, I can't help you. You've already made up your mind. You've only been over here one time. You've been with her 30 days and you're convinced. So, what can I do? But I'm going to tell you, you haven't seen all the dimensions of her. She hasn't seen all the dimensions of you. Has she pissed you off and you raised your voice at her? Has she got mad at you and pulled that old tempo stuff? If you haven't seen but a fraction of this woman, but you're going to make that big move and get married. Come on, guys. I said a hookup. You coming over here for a hookup. I didn't say get married. Craig K says, it's true. So many hot peanuts walking the streets, going to a mall, just anywhere. It's non-stop. That's why a guy should never tolerate any BS by a night. There are thousands of hotties wanting to date you. Yeah, but see, most of the time, Craig, they're not even going to give you no BS, really. But I would say meet several before you make that big jump and make that big decision, even as a live-in, especially to get married, man. But men are willingly traveling 8,000 miles for a hookup. Is dating really that bad over here? No one's really talking about that now. And is it that bad? I know it was for me. I seen it a long time ago. I'm not a visionary or anything like that, but I was like, once I came over here, there was no turning back. Once I seen what was over here, yeah, I already made up my mind. I shut the door completely on dating over there, on women over there. And this is a fact. I wouldn't trade the women that I've had over here for Beyonce. I wouldn't do it because the confrontation's coming, guys. I wouldn't do it. Daryl Lawson says, hey, I'll be there in the Philippines January 7th to January 28th. Would like to meet up with you, Calvin. New to your channel, very good information. Man, it would be my pleasure, bro. Really. Hold on. Yeah, to come over here, if you come over here to meet me. Will Sutton says, what part will you be staying in? And how long are you going to be here, Will? I don't want to say. I want you to say it. Mark and Barbara says, man, I was on the wrong live stream. How's everyone? Which one was you on? Yeah, happy birthday, Tita Cha. Yeah, welcome to. Yeah, but I saw it a long time ago. When I came over here, I promise you, man, I slammed the door. There was no reconsideration about my marriage. There was no reconciling that. Once you get jungle fever, literally jungle fever over here. I got a bad case of jungle fever, man. I wasn't going back, man. It was just something that I had never experienced before. I'm an athlete, man. I wasn't Gomer Pyle. I mean, I had women after me. I was married to a beautiful sister for 18 years, but it was nothing like what I had over here. I mean, I knew the first night that I had found something special in this place. And that's a fact. When I got off the plane, it was a woman with a sign with my name on it. And I've never experienced that before. Hell, I felt like LeBron James or somebody. You're not going to get that in America. They be like, I'm out here. She be on her cell phone. You got to navigate through thousands of cars in the airport and all that. Hey, Robert Lee. Avery Hart said, greetings, Cal and Sunshine viewers from Texas, the Dallas area. Hope to be in the Philippines in January for a tourism vacation in Southeast Asia. Thailand, too, for 5 to 6 months, 3 in each. Yeah, that's a great plan. But yeah, something special over here. And yeah, I shut the door on all that. Wasn't going back. I don't care what they look like over there, even to this day. I was not going back. Hey, thanks, Luke. I appreciate it, man. It's really not advice. I just share my life with you guys. It's just a suggestion because, believe it or not, man, most of the people, they don't do what I tell them to do because it's so good when they get over here. They even stop watching the channel. And I don't blame them because once you get over here, it's no longer a fantasy, it's reality. So you're not going to spend your time watching me. You'd be wasting your time, man, because the sun is out right now in Zamboanga. I'm going to look into going to Santa Cruz Island this time. I think you have to have 10 people, though. See, I don't know 10 people in Zamboanga anymore that I can get to go over there. If not, you have to pay for 10 people. It's a boat. You got to fill that boat up. You got to pay for the police to go with the police escort. And you have to set it up through the tourism, Department of Tourism here. But whatever it takes, I'm going to do that because they got that pink saying, it's a beautiful place, man. It's just really opened up in the last few years because when I first came over here, I wanted to go, but man, they scared me so bad. I mean, nobody was going over there at that time, but now people are actually going over there now. Freddie C said, yeah, yes, it is that bad in the States. It's cheaper to fly out here and date than do 5 dates in the U.S. and be ghosted. Yeah, that's a good business move. I don't understand why people call you a loser. I think you're pretty smart to do that. The world has gotten smaller with the internet, with the uh, with the airplane has made the world so much smaller that you would be cheating yourself if you just stayed around and put up with all the foolishness that you have to put up, no matter where you live. There's people over here leaving, going other places. I think that's how it should be. To be honest with you, okay, he's going to be here to mid-February. Wow. Yeah, that's all it is. I don't care what guys say about me. I'm over here. I promise you, man, I've never lived as good as I'm living now. I'm not talking about outside of having my children and, when I stop drinking, this is it for me. The people are so friendly, man. They're so welcoming. They're glad you're here. Instead of pushing you away over there, they saying, come on in. The men treat you better than the women over here for real. But we run from them. We run from the men. They welcome you more than the women really over here. They treat you more like LeBron James than anybody. But the fact is, they don't have a pussy. So we don't want to hang around them, man, which I've gotten some good friends lately, man. Arthur with rock engineering, but men over here, they're just so bashful. I mean, really, because they think that they can't speak perfect English. They can't talk to you. Well, hell, I can't speak perfect Filipino, whether it's Chavacano, Bisaya, Cebuana, Tagalog, Ilonggo, but I try. DDD Trump says, ever been to a dog track? An American man is the white bunny over in the Philippines. Every Filipino chasing you. There's a lot of them, man. I can't say every, but I tell you what, you get options over here that you could only dream about at home. I mean, literally, man. When I was from San Carlos City, I got to catch the bus to Dumaguete. And these are these little hidden gem places that you would never expect a woman to be. You go to that bus terminal, man, and they're there, man. I mean, beautiful. And you're like, wow, they're just so humble and you're just waiting on them to catch the bus. Okay, wow. Yeah, I saw that from that Rumors album. She wrote 3 or 4 songs on that Rumors album. Okay, he's going to be in Zamboanga December 16th. I'll be gone. I'm leaving on Monday. I got to get back because his mother will be here Wednesday. And I don't know. I just don't want trouble. We're not fighting or anything like that. I haven't seen her in almost 3 years. So I don't know how that would play out. And plus, I want to give my son 100% time with his mother. I don't want to interfere with that because, I just couldn't imagine being that age without my mother. I don't care who, unless my mother was dead. Knowing that my mother's alive, there's no way I could do She left. He was, let's see, 2020. He had just turned 8. No way, I couldn't sleep. And I see it in his face. So yeah, I'm gonna give him 100% time with his mother. And she's taking him back. I've already bought his ticket. He doesn't even know. I mean, what a Christmas he's going to have, because they're leaving here December 22nd, going back. So he'll spend Christmas in America, man. He'll be so happy. Coach E said, Cal, reason with you there was nothing more attractive than to see a Filipino, especially with her hair down to her behind. Golden, smooth, beautiful skin and smile to the light of heaven. They're just so friendly. They're just so approachable, and they're so humble. The women that you deal with over here, if they look that good in America, man, you can't come within 10 feet of them. I mean, you certainly better not speak to them. This has been my experience before I started coming over here. So I'm like, I would never go back. If I ever move back to America, I'm just going to be a lonely soul. I'll tell you what, I'm not settling for that over there anymore. Sam Champion said maybe Deshaun Watson should have come 8,000 miles to the Philippines for his massages. Would have saved him lots of headaches and money from those gold diggers. Yeah, because there's no Me Too over here. See, you got to be careful over there. If you spurn a woman over there, and man, she can bring up some stuff that could easily cost you your career, if not your freedom. And that's foolishness, man. Do I think? I mean, these women. I'm not turning on the victims, but who knows what happened over there? There's a guy he's Deshaun Watson, for Christ's sake. Why would he have to? I'm pretty sure they already knew. He already set something up. He's not that stupid. Guy's got millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. I mean, come on. But no one ever investigates the accuser over there. It's just too easy to get away with that, guys. And I'm not, saying that he's not wrong or anything like that, but it's just too easy. I'm just saying, man, that's scary to me. Robert Lee Avery Hart says, I'm 55 years old. Well, you still got plenty life over here. Over there, they're dusting off the rocking chair for us over there, Robert. They're filling out the application for the assisted living and nursing home for us over there. It's not too much longer. You're going to be there, believe it or not. And they've already put you in the nursing home as far as the sex and all of that. It's got to be your birthday. It's got to be the anniversary. It's got to be some special occasion for you to get anything out of the ordinary. And over here, every day is a special occasion. Every day is your birthday over here. And from their mouth, you know what they'll tell you, well, it's my obligation. That's what they'll say. Not me. I didn't say it. You just got to love a woman like that who feels like, I really appreciate what you brought to my life. Because guys say, oh, you got to spend. Well, you got to spend anywhere. But at least over here, you're able to assume your rightful place in nature. You're at the head of the house. Even if you're right there, because over there you're here. The woman's got so much power over there because the woman gets the government with her. See, but over here, they appreciate you because there is no government. They know how important you are to the family, to the household. They're never going to take that for granted. Does it happen? Absolutely it happens, but very rare. Yeah. Yeah, it's because you don't see a lot of the brothers over here on camera. You see Rock Harmon just built that big, beautiful home. A lot of black men over here, they're just low key. And that's not to take anything away from the brothers over in Thailand, man, but it's really not a contest, guys. That's that Western thinking, guys. You know, you winning the minute you get off the plane over here. You don't even have to build a house. But I mean, I don't care if you're black or what. Look at what Darren Cooper's doing up there in Cavite. He's a white guy. He grew up with black people, but he was adopted by a black woman. Hell, he's rolling heavy up there. Him and Cornelius Mack. It's a bunch of them up there in Cavite. But you're not going to see them with YouTube channels, flossing and all of that. They low key, man. They're living the best years of their life. But they're not out here competing. I'm not competing. He said, any next pets living good, any reason for it? Well, they're living good because in their mind, you know, they beat the system. They didn't have to fly 20 hours. They didn't have to meet the family. They didn't have to do all the things that most of us do. And they got the woman. And, of course, they can get around that dating scene over there. They got a beautiful young woman on their side. So they think they're winning. But like I said, by the time I turn that turkey over to you, there ain't no meat left on it. So if you like sucking on bones, then yeah, you can be a next pet. If you get something, you get leftovers from me, it's gonna be slim pickings, brother. I done tore the legs off, the thighs off, the breast. There ain't not a whole lot left, Robert. So a next pet, in my opinion, is a loser. Some of them get lucky though, because they get the woman who never had any intentions of being with you anyway. They get lucky for a little while because all she's doing is looking for the next big deal, the bigger, better deal. See, so they'll stick with him for a little while, but I'd rather have a woman on my terms than I don't want that. Hey, Journey Trials of Joy, thanks for that super chat. He says, I'm seeing all these criticisms from women in the West regarding men going overseas. Yeah, and you know, and that's all you're seeing. They're showing you that, but they don't show you all the women who don't really give a damn. Some guy was on my live stream the other day. No, not my live stream, my video and my comments when I said, oh, that passport bro hate is it's not real, it's fake. And it is, and I stand by that. He says, oh no, this guy did a TikTok compilation, 70 women. And I'm like, come on, man, you just strengthening my argument. 70? That's nothing. What about the millions of women over there who don't give a damn? They probably happy that our dusty asses have come over here. You know what I'm saying? People don't care, man. Journey, Child, and Joy, don't fall for that. And if they do, so what? Okay? Who cares about their criticism? You're not going to date them anyway. I can go out and get some random women over in America to bitch and complain about any damn thing. Because that's what they're good at. You think they're not going to get on YouTube and rack up all those views? So I'm like, yeah, these guys are weak and they can't handle me anyway. Listen, if you haven't heard anything on this live stream today, I deserve better than an elephant pussy. Okay? They've stretched all out of play. I can't satisfy that. She can't satisfy me. I deserve something better than that, and I'm sorry. If I got to come 8,000 miles, then I'll do that. But I don't want that. Johnny Child Trials and Joy, thanks for that super chat. He said, is it fair for Western women to start demanding laws being passed preventing Western men from going to see women overseas? Yeah. See, there's nothing they can do about that. That's unrealistic to think that's ever going to happen. Believe it or not. It's not going to happen. Now, will the people that you work with your family and friends and associates, will they hate on you? They're going to hate on you because they're afraid to do what you're going to do. They're afraid to do what you're doing. They're never going to get that passport. And if they do, they're not going to use it. The only other man in my family who has a passport, I'm talking about all my brothers. I got 6 brothers. Well, I had 6. I got 5. Well, I had 7 brothers. I've got 5 now. 2 died. I got so many nieces, so many nephews, and and all that great nephews. It's me and my nephew that I told you was in the army that said all people are breaking the borders down because America's such a great place. Me and him's the only one with a passport. And I don't even know if he's got a passport, honestly, because I forgot he was in the army. That's when he was. No, he's got a passport because he's a U.S. contractor. I'm sorry. He's working over in Iraq. Nobody else has a passport. Journey, Trials and Joy, thanks for that super chase. I never dated while I lived in the U.S. Well, you're not missing anything, really. Now, when you were younger, yeah, when everybody's innocent and, your first love and all that, why not? But as we get older, we're talking about older men. See? It's slim pickings, dude. Yeah, no, don't sugarcoat it, Mark Shape. I said no elephant pussy for me. Yeah, you stick your damn fist in the damn woman's pussy. I don't want that. And then they're gonna say, my standards is too high. No, it's not. I just want a woman that I feel, comfortable in at least. That I can at least feel the sides of the damn thing. I don't want something where I'm like I'm dreaming. Like, am I even having sex? What is this? I'm sorry. So now, Mark, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He said, I camel feet. Yeah, man, I don't want that, man. Y'all know that. Y'all know. I'm going to lie to you. And I'm going to tell you when it happened to me. A good friend of mine, his name is George Elliott. He was a co-worker, man. We worked at Brown and Williamson together. And we saw each other at this nightclub, and I'm, talking up this woman. I'm half drunk. He said, look, dude, don't fool with her. He said, she got the biggest pussy in Bardstown, Kentucky. And I'm thinking, yeah, he's drunk. Yeah, he's hating, right? Man, we got home, man. I tell you what, it's the worst night of my life. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've never seen anything more disgusting than that. I could have opened it up and looked inside the damn thing. That's how bad it was. Cheetah Chop said, John, you would eat them gizzards after Calvin strip all the meat off the bone. Yeah, man. I did abandon ship. I can say that. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I could have opened up them flaps and looked inside that. I don't want that anymore. He said, no, quit sugarcoating it. It's an elephant pussy, not an elephant kitty. And y'all done ran into it. Don't think that you haven't. It's so sloppy and, and she keeps harder. You ain't gonna break my damn back trying to please your sloppy ass. I mean, this woman's like she had just walked out of the damn delivery room. That's how big it was. I've never run into anything and since like that. Mockton Barber says, Calvin, remember my high school graduation picture of the girls I went to school with? Lord, most of these women was majorities, majorettes and cheerleaders. Hell, They're all cheering for his seconds and thirds. Yeah, I mean, I already showed y'all the woman that I went to, and believe it or not, I really love this woman. She's a good friend of mine, one of the best friends I've got. But I'm going to show you my choices that I've got over there. In any case, any of you guys think that I'm pulling your leg, which your own personal experience should tell you that I'm not. I'm going to show you who I took to the prom. She looks like Buster Douglas right now. Look at that. Wait. Can y'all see that? You can't see it. Yeah, hell, she looks like Buster Douglas right now. And you know, and I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it's funny, man, but it's true. Yeah, riding the wave. No, I ain't going after the day. I'm just being real, man. And you guys, if you be real, you'll get on that plane and come on over here. Yeah, the elephant. Yeah, never heard that. You're a hardcore. No women want to be watching this. No. I'm not putting women down because all women don't have an elephant pussy. But it's a lot of women over there with a damn elephant pussy. Look like they can walk right out of the damn delivery room and then asking you to have sex with them. Sloppy, and I don't want that anymore, man. I've got standards, man. And I'm not putting up with that. And, you know, that's just a fact. And when you run into one, you're going to remember this video. He said, I'm looking away from the screen. Well, I'll tell you what, man. If you run into one, you're going to thank me. You're going to say, well, Calvin warned me because they're over there. Oh, man. Yeah. It's a bad. I got PTSD off that one, man. Because he warned me. He tried to warn me. He said, man, don't do it. And I'm like, man, you are hating, man. Billy said, what's your opinion of you were single at 50? Would you bring a Filipino back to West to live? You know, I never say yay or nay because everybody obviously can't stay over here. When I did those videos, which I don't make them no more because people, they spin the information, they misinterpret it. But it's a lot more that can be said on that subject, guys. I was talking about the risk that you run when you take a woman back over there. I didn't say don't do it because obviously there's thousands and thousands of happy couples over there. And everybody isn't retired. Everybody doesn't have residual income where they can stay over here. So you don't have a choice but to take her back. But she's going to change, man. America is going to change her. She's no longer going to be humble because everywhere she goes, on her job, to the grocery store, the next pet is going to be, oh, you're beautiful. You're the best thing that ever happened, you know, since sliced bread. And, you know, she's going to start looking at you in a different way. And you really don't know why she wants to leave for real. See, that was my problem. I'm in Zamboanga right now, you know, and I'm just looking like, you know, maybe I misread my ex-wife. Maybe I didn't see how desperate she wanted to leave this place. And so, you know, I can kind of understand her now. I was running to the Philippines. She was running from the Philippines. And that's what happened, see. It wasn't that we didn't love each other. It wasn't, we had a great relationship. We never argued. I never raised my voice in 8.5 years. Guys, listen to me. But when she got over there, she wasn't wanting more parts of over here anymore. She said, I've made it to my heaven. Okay, and that's what happened. No, it's true. Yeah, I'm like, she was like, I thought she just gave birth. No. It's like she walked out of the delivery room. That thing was wide open, man. Yeah, he said women don't stay young forever. Yeah, that's right. But you don't have to have, okay, if I'm 59 and I have a younger woman, well, I'm going to enjoy however many fucking years I've got left. Okay? Because a man doesn't stay young forever either. Okay? And that's just a fact, man. Yeah, that's what's going to happen eventually. Because remember, you're bringing her over there to that government where the government wraps the woman into the bosom. So now it's her, the Filipino, the government, and you. And she's going to learn real quick that she don't need you. She's going to lose a lot of respect for you. It doesn't mean that you're not going to stay together. What's up, Eric? Eric Terry came over here. See, he knows that I'm not talking foolishness, because if I was, he would have called me out on it. But he knows I'm telling the truth. So what does he do? Me and him are the same age. He comes over and gets a beautiful woman, half his age. I'm pretty sure he could get other women. Hell, he's a professor. And not only is he a college professor, hell, he's a respiratory therapist. I got money. Okay. Yes, internet here, guys. I think it's going to start acting up. But yeah, Terry's got money on top of money. He's one of them guys, that money's no object to him when he comes over here. And he's been around the world and everything like that. But he'll be back to the Philippines, I think, soon. But he got stuck over here. He can go anywhere he wants to. Well, it's not really high risk, but you do run some risk. You run the risk of her not really loving you and just running off. Like a guy that we know. His wife, he married the woman over here. And this is what I was trying to tell the guy the other day. I'm giving him real live information. I said, look, the guy married her over here. Because he said, oh, what's the difference? I said, well, if you marry a woman over here, it's a different visa you're applying for. It takes longer, but when she gets there, the green card's waiting. So you're not going to have a whole lot of time to see if this woman's for real or not, because she'll get that green card, she'll run off like she did him. They wasn't together a week. And this was in 2017. From that time all the way to now, he's been trying to get the woman deported. He don't realize, and we try to tell him that once they come to America, they got rights. She had the yellow card. She had the green card already. She, the 2-year green card, and then they're already going to show her what to do to get the 10-year green card, the removal of conditions. Then now she's been married to him for 5 years. She probably divorced him and probably married somebody else and probably a U.S. citizen now. The Gramercy Real says, with what's going on in the U.S. today with men being treated like the enemy, bring a person into that environment is a bad investment. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. He even adds to the equation. See, like I said, there's a lot to be said about that subject, guys. I barely touched on it, really. I was just saying the risk that you run, man. I don't think I would do it. Not under these situations, okay? Like he said, not in this environment. It would really be, man, you're asking for it. Yeah, see, because that's one of the rules. This is a law in America. I forgot what they called it, but your Filipino wife or girlfriend can, not just Filipino, but any of your fiance or foreign wife, they can say spousal abuse, domestic abuse, And they automatically are going to remove those conditions. It opens the way for them to get their U.S. citizenship without your help. This is a fact, guys. You got to know this stuff. And that's why I was telling this guy, I said, he didn't even know, he knew so little that he's headed for trouble. He knows so little about the visa situation. He just came over here, got whipped, now he's ready to marry a woman and bring her back. And what was the slap in his face, he don't realize what the family wants him to get married over here. I'm like, really? I said, you done let the family get in there like that to where they're demanding that you get married to the woman over here? Come on, dude, stupid. You might as well go on and stay with the K1 visa. At least you got a little bit more time to, to see where where her mind is. You get married over here, and as soon as she gets back, you don't have no recourse, man. She's going to take that green card and run off. Hey, Max, thanks for that super chat. He said, I just finished my railroad child support demand. Wow, $19.92 a month. Woo! 3 kids, my youngest is 17, and I'm done. Time for me to enjoy my life now. I hear you, man. You must be earning some good money. For them to hit you like that, or she's not earning anything. He says perfect matches half your age plus 10 years. I don't know. That would be pretty good, but I don't know, man. A lot of women over here, and I always say a lot. I'm not talking about all of them. They're pretty mature. You've got to add over the Filipino years. I made that up. That was mine because it's something I observed. They start out about 7 years earlier than what Western women do. Cooking, cleaning, watching the kids, babysitting, cleaning the house and all that. So if you meet a woman 21, she's more like 28. And that's a fact. So it's more facts, Kingston 20, that we dropping tonight, because just be careful, man. If you decide you're going to bring her over, just vet her. So he said he vetted online. You can't vet a woman online. You can't do it. I said, look, why are you in a hurry? She can't go anywhere. It's not like she's got if she had a tourist visa or some other type of visa where she could come and go to America anytime she wanted to, why is she gone already? But she's not going anywhere. So you can come over 4 or 5 times and she's not going to have a problem with that. If you tell her, look, I want to get to know you better. But when they start rushing you like that, when they know everything over here moves so slow, like a snail, I wouldn't even call it a snail's pace. That would be too fast. And then all of a sudden you get over here and she wants to marry you already? No, I'm sorry, guys. So if he's 56, half his age would be 28 plus 10 is 38. That's not a bad age. Yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of money to make the bet anyway. And then it's just going to keep costing you if you bring her on to K1, because you keep having to pay. Remember, the green card is not free, guys. Don't think it is. You're going to pay for one or the other. If you bring on K1, that's another. At the time I was doing it's another. I can't remember what it was. What's another 1,000 on that? Then when you go from the green card, the 2-year green card to the 10-year green card, it's another 1,100 or something like that. It keeps on adding up, guys. So but we don't even try to figure out that stuff. We come over here, we find a woman, and we fall in love, and then we want to learn everything after that. That's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to do. You want to know this stuff up front before you do all of that, before you make all the decisions. And certainly don't let the third party involved, which is her family, friends, and all that. You make the decision. I mean, a family demands that we get married over here so that they can be part of the ceremony. Well, you can do it like this. You can just have the marriage ceremony over here because that's all it is. And then get married legally over there. If all they want to see is her walk down the aisle with a damn gown that you have spent a fortune on, yeah, you gotta stand up over here. They want you to stand up over here. If you don't, they're gonna disrespect you. They're gonna give you your rightful place in the natural order of things over here. Now, if you want to shy away from it and back away from it, that's your problem. Then you gotta deal with the consequences. But she's gonna place you right where you're supposed to be. But many of us, we're not used to being in that role, so we shy away from it. We're afraid of that. And then we pay the consequences for it, especially when you get over there. Now she got that support group, and they're going to tell her everything that she don't know, everything you didn't tell her, everything you trying to hide from her. They're going to tell her. W Secrets of Success says Kanye West has to pay $200,000 per month. Wow. Was that Kim K, and she's rich. Cal, what do you think about that? Man, I can't even think that high, W Secrets of Success. I think it's ridiculous, to be honest with you. He said, but damn, Cal, they say all the right things, have a brother ready to go. Yeah, but remember I told you on my last live stream, don't fall for them words, man. Filipinos are sweet with their words. You got to wait till you get over here, boots on the ground. That's the only way you're going to, know what you really have. Man, they're sweet, man. You can't out-talk a Filipino. She's going to say everything, the right things, man. It's only when you get over here. I mean, really, you can't beat her. And it sounds so sincere, and she'll convince you that, that she prayed for you. You're the man she prayed for, and it's destiny, and they got it all waiting for you, man. Don't fall for that. Wait till you get over here. But yeah, guys, I got to get off here. This internet's starting to act funny over here. I want to thank y'all for your super chats, your super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support of Sunshine Shoulders. And I'm putting together a video because I want to, people talk about, we're running from the West because of the high bar being set. But, is it because the bar is so low over here? Is that one of the reasons we're coming here? It really don't matter for real why you coming. It's your life. Because when you die, nobody's going to change places with you guys. And you have to remember that. John Gomez, I have to remind him, it's my buddy. Time's not running out, but your life is running out. Forget what the haters are talking about. Anybody can parade those women online and say, oh, yeah, he's weak, he's a loser. Meanwhile, you're over here getting fed grapes and all of that. One woman's feeding you grapes. One woman, putting your socks on. Who gives a damn what they're talking about, guys? But yeah, let me key up my theme song, man. I just think that men are waking up to the fact that there's more options out there than America, man. We're only 4% of the population, guys. Don't let them fool you into thinking that that's all it is America. What about this other 96% out here? I'm glad I found it, man. And no matter where you're going to find your little piece of heaven, man, it's out here. I'm going to hold on to mine as long as I can.
Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. realmente gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, thank y'all, man. I gotta go get my shave and go surprise my son, man. He's gonna be happy. It's gonna be a sad time, man, because when I leave here, I don't know when I'm gonna go back to America, but he's gonna be one of the reasons. And my daughter, she's got to get a biopsy done December the 20th. So, anybody that pray for that. I hope it doesn't come back cancer, because if it does, I'm certainly going back, to check on her. But other than that, man, Big Bertha, Big Martha, Big Shirley, Big Susie, all of them can kiss my behind, man. No elephant pussy for Sunshine Shoulders, not today. Take care, everybody.